horrible person.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. I wanted to watch your video. I was low-key so excited to watch your video. And this is the first thing I hear. Thank you so much.
Deserve to be insulted and attacked.
Damn.
You are not deserving of a civil conversation.
Oh, what are the... Yo, hello? Is he in the room with me? Why is he saying this shit? Okay, I could barely hear it too on my end. I'm gonna turn it up, guys. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta fix this, dude, because my fucking PC... And the fucking thing is gone. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm gonna blow up the earth. I'm gonna blow up the fucking earth. First, this guy insults me. And now I can't see the fucking screen.
This always confuses me.
Oh, fire, it's loud enough.
I love debates. I love listening to debates online. Whether that...
Is this Dead by Daylight? Somebody pointed this out on YouTube earlier. Not earlier, but like last video we reacted to him. I also like his editing style so fucking much. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop.
Be insulted and attacked.
I'm sorry.
You are not deserving of a civil conversation. This always confused me because I love debates. I love listening to debates online, whether that be from left-wing people or right-wing people, or simply when I watch left-wing commentators. And when I hear somebody say this, it always puzzled me. Why would you say this? You're a horrible, evil person. You don't deserve common respect or courtesy.
That's fucked up.
I'm not going to entertain a conversation with you. You're not going to convince anybody when you're accusing them of something that they don't believe, and that is obviously untrue. And you're just calling them evil, and you're attacking them, you're just insulting them. What do you hope to gain from this? And I thought about this for weeks on end. It bugged me to no end, but I figured it out. And unfortunately, I came to a very grim conclusion. You see, those statements, you're not worthy of respect or courtesy, we cannot have a civil conversation, none of that is designed to persuade you. It's designed to radicalize the people who already agree with him. If you had two commentators and they're discussing and they're talking things out, and one of them says that to the other, their goal is no longer to talk things out with you. Their goal is to simply radicalize, polarize, and isolate their own audience.
Go.
Stop talking. I'm just trying to argue in good faith.
What?
With you.
You're not arguing in good faith at all. You're over here insulting women, saying they're useless and weak, and then saying the difference of 5 pounds is gonna make it so a woman can't be in the fucking military. You're one of the most embarrassing, pathetic pieces of shit that I've ever encountered.
Why are you so mad?
Because you are pathetic.
It's to paint the other person as an evil human being that cannot be talked to or reasoned to. This video is designed for people who are right-wing. Title obviously says how the radical left dehumanizes people on the right. But for people who are left-wing who just so happen to click on this video, I'm going to try and give examples that you can also relate to and understand. If you have 2 people and one person said, I care about these kids who claim to be trans, but I don't think they're trans. I think that they're simply confused. I think that they need to get some help. And the other side simply says, you want trans kids to die, you hate them because he said those things. He's not aiming to convince that person. That's not going to convince him. The right-wing person doesn't believe any of those claims that are being made against him. The sole purpose of those statements are...
Guys, can I tell you guys a story real quick? I came out like in middle school and I told my parents that like I was like pansexual and they laughed in my face. Mind you, middle school. They laughed in my face because it was their first time hearing what the fuck a pansexual was. And they had told me, listen, they also told me this. They're like, Annie, you're a little too young to be invested into your sexuality. Wait until you get to high school, maybe. You know what I mean? And then when you get to high school, let's have this conversation again. You fuck pans. I remember I was crying too. Like I was like crying, like telling my parents, it's like, I'm pansexual. Mind you, I also didn't know the term pansexual. So my parents like had to explain. They had to look up the definition and be like, oh, okay, so this is what a pansexual is. They're like, does that sound like you? And then I go, well, I don't know. They're like, see, you're a little too young to know what these things are. We're not saying that you aren't, but you're still too little to understand. And I was like, okay. Years later, my parents have like joked about me being gay, and they still don't know if I am or not. They just tell me, as long as you're happy, Annie. You know, and I'm sure there are parents that have like felt the same way. You know what I mean? Like their kids coming out like in middle school or in elementary being like, hey, like I'm pansexual. Hey, like I'm this, I'm that. And the parents probably said the same shit. But it's like, when they get older, they kind of like, you know what I mean, skew the fucking story and being like, my parents don't support me. No, bitch, they fucking support you. It's just the way that they're, you know, they're just like, hey man, just let's wait till you get older, because when you get older is when you start questioning shit. Right now you're just a kid. You know what I mean? You're a kid. Oh my God.
Make it so that people no longer interact with or communicate.
Oh, there's a
with people
lag.
who make
Sorry,
those
my
claims.
frames are
It
dropping.
kills
I think it's that
discourse,
time of the
because you can
night
better
where things are
isolate
like are
people
dying.
and polarize people if they no longer communicate. And for my left-wing audience, let me give you a right-wing example so that you can relate to this. If you're talking to a person and you say you're pro-choice, you say, I'm in favor of women's rights, I want them to have access to women's healthcare, it protects women, and it also gives them freedom. Imagine you said those things, and the other person, instead of engaging with anything you said, they simply claim against you, actually, you're a Satanist. You simply want to sacrifice babies to Moloch or Satan. You're a Satanist right now. You hate life. You want to kill innocent babies. That's all you want at the end of the day. You just hate babies. How can you talk to or communicate with a person like that? People on the right, if they truly believe those things, how could they possibly ever have a rational conversation with you? They can't. You're an evil Satanist. We can't talk to you. And it basically has the exact same effect. It's intended to have that exact same effect, but for the other side. Especially considering you don't believe any of those things. I guarantee 99% of my audience who's pro-choice, they're probably not Satanists who want to sacrifice babies to Moloch. Okay? Can we agree on that? I think
sir.
So. Yet
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure this is not the first time you've heard that talking point, right?
Slay,
That's what's happening in American
hi.
politics.
Thank you for the
And
tier
exact
1
purpose
2
behind this
months.
is so that they can
Hi, Slay. Hi. But trans doesn't have anything to do with sexuality. Their sexuality may change depending on which hormones they're taking, but it physically, psychologically changes. But I feel like, I feel like at a young age, you know what I mean? Like middle school, because middle school, from my experience, you know what I mean? Middle schoolers are very emotional. They're very emotional, and that's all they do. They just feel very fucking emotional. Now, the issue is with society now, as of this generation, is so fucked because everyone's trying to keep up to this pressure of the internet and trying to get validation from people that don't even matter. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. I think it's that fucking internet. Everybody, in my opinion, middle schoolers and teenagers are very emotional. I agree. Yeah, so it's just like, so from my understanding, this is, again, I'm talking from my experience when telling my parents, you know, I was like fucking pansexual. You know what I mean? They didn't like immediately disregard it. And I'm sure that there are other parents that feel the same way. They didn't immediately disregard how their child actually felt. They're just like, hey, let's wait till in high school. Because at least in high school, you're becoming an adult and you're learning to be an adult. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's very different. But it doesn't help when you have like these people, again, like I said, the internet. Let's say a parent were to have a child that was like, hey, like I'm trans, or hey, I'm like gay, and the parent's like, oh, that's chill, but are you sure you are? Not saying that you aren't, but are you sure? Why don't you wait till high school? And you got this motherfucking kid going online being like, my parents don't fucking support me. You see what I mean? I've seen it fucking happen too many times, and it's like, hey man, are we sure? Nowadays it's ale, you're straight, what's wrong with you? Yo, I've seen way too many TikToks of like people like clowning on the street. I'm like, oh man, just let people like chill, bro. Let people chill. What's wrong if they're into like the opposite sex? It's chill, man. Just because a little male child likes female things doesn't mean that they want to be a girl. That child does not know exactly what they want yet. And as a parent, support them as they grow up, but that shouldn't be jumping the gun with the decisions like that. Right. Ask the important questions and maybe get them into therapy. That's what I'm saying, dude. You know what I mean? Everyone's quick to like jump the gun, and I think the internet does not help it. That my dad also like has like said that too. He goes, the internet has made these kids and you guys feel a type of pressure that we, the older generation, don't feel. And I was like, you know what? He's right, dude. You know what I mean? And then COVID happening, that didn't fucking help anybody, bro. Oh my God. Everyone's like fucking opinions wanted to feel very validated. What did I just do?
Their own audience, because that pushes them away from honest, open communication with the other side and pushes them towards taking action.
La
We need
boo-boos.
revolutionaries.
What the fuck?
We don't need people who can think. And I've broken it down to what literally every radical leftist does. In our train of thought, we start off with Nazi.
What?
Nazis are bad because they killed innocent people. They killed quite a few if you know anything about history. And we don't talk to Nazis. Instead, we should make them feel uncomfortable. In fact, good people will do bad things to Nazis. We're supposed to punch Nazis. But you know what Nazis are also? They're fascists. Nazis are fascists. But what is fascism, you may ask? Well, we're not really going to specify that. We're going to leave it nice and vague because we're simply going to talk about what fascism means to me. And what fascism means to me is simply whatever I disagree with that infringes on my freedoms and rights. If you disagree with women's rights to abort children, you're a fascist. If you disagree with trans rights to mutilate themselves, you're a fascist. That's how their train of thought goes. And who exactly is fascist again? Literally everybody who voted for Trump. Half of the American population. That is fascist. But wait, if you're fascist, that means you're a Nazi. And if you're a Nazi, it's good if bad things happen to you. You see what I'm getting at? These are the mental gymnastics they go through in order to justify violence against you. These people literally have more sympathy for
I thought fascist meant something else.
Abusers, and
I could have sworn fascist meant something else. What? Am I wrong? Am I dumb? I might be dumb, bro. I kiss my homies goodnight sometimes. Does that mean I'm gay? I'm so happy you're so supportive to your friends, dude.
Literally have more sympathy for child murderers, abusers, and than people who vote right wing. And again, I want to make it clear, I literally have nothing against people who are left wing. I enjoy talking to them. I think they're fun people. We disagree on practically everything, but I still like them. I still can be friends with them. I don't have a problem with people who are left wing. I want to clarify that. We are simply exploring the radical left, which is becoming much more prominent these days. Yet take note of this. They don't overtly condone violence. They don't. That would get them banned off of YouTube, or worse, they could possibly be imprisoned because that's illegal. And the left is not known for being brave, mind you. Instead, they like to play it safe. If somebody they disagree with dies, they don't condemn it, they don't care. In fact, they're gonna laugh at it. That's all they can do. That's as close to the edge they're willing to go.
Corey Comparator was a horrible person. Dying for your child does not mean that you love them or take good care of them.
What?
The Trump supporter that died was a lunatic. He was most likely a fascist, and I mean, he was at a Trump rally, man. What do you expect? Like, he probably wanted trans people to die.
When a Trump supporter dies, who cares? He probably was a fascist.
What? Someone died for their child? Oh, yeah, but, you know, they voted for Trump. What? This is when the Trump assassination happened, I believed. Oh my fucking god, dude. That is a crazy, like, hoop to jump through in. What the fuck? Oh my god, I need to get face tracking for my headset because the biggest, like, I was like, what the fuck did I just hear?
In fact, let's laugh at him. Let's dance on his grave.
That's fucking crazy.
After all, you shouldn't be made to feel safe. Hassan, for example, he overtly hates white Christians. He hates us so much that he flat out admits it would be better if they got raped than other groups.
Henry Collins is like doing one good thing, which is that, like, if you have these millionaire, billionaire WASP fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is, like, in some respects, a little bit better.
So let's recap. It's not only better for us.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. This guy's fucking insane. Hello? Guys, I'm a liberal, but I don't think of, like, shit like this. You know what I mean? This goes, like, back to, like, the shoe on head video that we talked, like, that I talked about on this stuff. And there was so many people, like, in the comment section being like, yeah, Annie, what's it called? Yeah, Annie, we know that you're a liberal, but you're pretty chill, you know what I mean? The funniest part is, like, I'm still learning, you know? It's just, like, really sad and pathetic, but, like, I'm still learning, like, about, like, political shit on my own. on my own time. But everyone was so nice, and they're like, yeah, Annie, we know you're a liberal, but like, you know, you're pretty chill about it. You know, you're not shoving it in people's face that you like view differently. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I could get like both sides. I like to like try to understand both sides, and both sides definitely do make sense to like at a certain extent. You know what I mean? Both sides like have good opinions to a certain extent, but it's the people that are like vocally louder of like being rude and bitchy are the ones that like make both sides look bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I don't mind being here. It's okay to learn. I'm still learning. Yeah, I just need to clarify. YouTube, I'm still learning. All right, I'm new to this shit. Okay, I'm not even joking. I'm new to this shit, so please do not jump my ass as I'm learning. Me asking what a fucking fascist is should have been enough to know that I'm still learning, bro.
They also don't care when we die, and they also get pleasure out of it. They'll
That's so
laugh on your
weird.
grave because you deserve it. After all, you have an evil ideology, and there's no possible way that you could believe those things and not be evil, deserving
I don't know,
of
man.
death.
I can't
Do you
mock
still
death.
not
That's like
believe me when
really
I say
fucking
those
weird.
things? You're going to. Not only do they
Yeah.
laugh when we die, but Hassan openly admits that people should landlords.
Well, my understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah,
As a result.
kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my
What
god,
is-
in a video game, of course.
Because he's a communist.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. Oh, dude. Oh, brother. All you have to do is sit down and shut the fuck up, man. Oh my god. That's all you have to like fucking do, bro. Oh, this is low-key so fucking sad. Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit. Kinda? Kind of a piece of shit? Oh my god. This guy fucking sucks, like, entirely. Bro, how did this dude ever get a platform? It's because Twitch doesn't want to, like, get rid of him because he makes a lot of money for him. Or for, like, the company. The reason why he's not banned is because 100% he makes a lot of money for them. It's not even the worst things he said. I know he said something about, like, 9/11. He switched Golden Child. That's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my god. Oh, that's insane. I didn't know anything about this, about Hassan. I'll be so for real, guys. I didn't know shit about Hassan. You know what I mean? I low-key was, like, watching him a lot because of, like, the collabs that he did with some people and some of the reacts. But that was, like, genuinely it. I didn't know any of this fucking side. Holy fuck. I would not be wishing death on people. Hello? Good, he's not worth knowing. God, this is like really sad.
He's a crypto communist. But Hassan, he's not a man of principles. He doesn't care about morality, especially when
Wow.
it comes to telling the truth. Being honest is a disadvantage to these people. Now, instead, he needs to spread the good, holy Marxist spirit, even to Landlord's podcast, where he shares his beliefs, and he does not hesitate to lie to their face about what socialism is.
Wow.
It is about equity instead of equality. That's what people misunderstand about socialism. It is not about equity instead of equality at all. We don't have material equality as a baseline in this country. We don't
Wait,
have
what's a
that at all.
socialist?
I'm advocating for
Wait, what's a socialist? He streams political commentary for like 8 hours a day now. Google it. I'm currently in VR. Best to Google it? Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then. All right.
a baseline of material equality,
okay.
and I'm advocating for better worker protections, better worker rights, and less alienation.
My guy, you are so uneducated. I literally just said that like not too long ago. Hop off my fucking dick. I literally said that like 5 minutes ago. I literally said that. What the fuck? I literally
All
said
a lie.
that.
That's a fucking lie. What he's talking about can happen in a capitalist system, and it is explicitly not what socialism is about. It's not about materially equal conditions. That's called welfare or redistribution, which capitalism can do, right? You're talking
Can
specific.
I say this too about like the only thing I know about the left is that the left really loves to go against each other. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like they're on the same side, but they hate each other, and it's like, the fuck?
about getting rid of or eliminating the profit, or
It's
at the
like,
very
hello?
least, redirecting the
Did I
profit to
miss-
workers. You want to destroy
I
private
miss
ownership
this?
because owners that don't work shouldn't be collecting money off of people that do. That's fundamentally what you're.
They're their own enemy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone who's a political anti hates each other. That's crazy. Socialism is the original form of communism. Okay, this is about to be really... I'm just gonna look up the fucking word communism. Hold on, man. Give me a second. Where the fuck is my phone? Where's my phone, bro? I'm just gonna look up the word communism. Give me a second. And I'm fucking dead. Ooh. Ooh. Guys, I don't think I spelled it right. Oh, I did. Communism meaning... Political theory... Okay, well, that doesn't explain anything. Oh, in simple terms. A system where the community or the state owns all of majority means of production, like factories and farms, and wealth and distributed equally. This is meant to create a classless society where everyone contributes according to their ability and receives what they need without private property or money-based economy. While the theory suggests common ownership and control, many real-world communist states have been characterized by a single authoritative party controlling. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. All right, it makes sense. All right, I get it. Little, 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 little. Basically, you don't own anything. Yeah, that's one of the big problems. If someone doesn't align 100% with another person's belief, they go, "You're not on my side." Then, oh, it says when it should be forced on bigger, simpler ideas. Yeah, basically, you don't own anything. The government owns it. I'm looking at the chain. I don't know what y'all are looking at. Wait, what happened? He talks about state owning everything, then brags about his giant house and all the stuff that he owns. Oh, this is why people should shut the fuck about, like, political shit. Was he always, like, a political streamer? Like, from the start of, like, doing content, was he always a political streamer? Because if not, holy shit.
And that's not even like this is what Mark.
If not, then he's literally just, like, I don't even know how the fuck to explain it.
This is what you believe. You said this on stream. Okay.
Yes.
His idea of socialism.
Wait, he's majored in political science. Wouldn't that be science? I'm stupid. Don't talk to me.
Republicans called socialism in 2005. Socialism is when you pay your taxes.
Socialism is just when government does more stuff. Not at all when we execute you. Keep in mind, this guy's channel is literally dedicated to teaching people how to become landlords and to become millionaires.
Aww.
He actively teaches people to become the things Hassan hates and advocates for the death of those people.
Fuck?
Yet he's perfectly fine sitting down having a cup of coffee with these people. As long as it means getting the good message out there. Because
That's
again,
so
these
fucked.
aren't men of principles.
You call it selling out your principles. I call it fucking winning. And that's my principle. To win as a socialist, not to lose as a socialist. That's not my principle.
What?
I don't give a about principled failure. Principled failure.
Guys, some of these, like, liberals. Wait, okay. My question is Hassan a quote? Okay, is Hassan quote unquote like a liberal, or does he claim to be a liberal? I think he does. Technically, he does. I don't think that he knows. Technically, he does.
Is worth dog shit.
These people don't care about truth. They want power. They only care about.
He claims to be the face of the left. That's so weird because it just seems like he's... Wait, okay, so someone mentioned that he brags about his, like, what is it? He brags about his fucking house or whatever the fuck it is. So, is this, like, just a whole, like, this is, like, a whole fucking scam from, like, his fucking... He's just, like, scamming the shit out of his community, basically. I feel like it just seems like these people don't know what the fuck they actually stand for. This is why I hate streamers.
It's not my principle. I don't give a about principled failure.
He's an eat the rich person who is very rich. Oh, but that's not what eat the rich means.
These people don't care about truth. They want power. They only care about winning, in their own words. And being a man of principles means you gotta tell the truth at least, right?
Yeah,
but that only holds you back because these people, they're not honest with you about what they believe.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way, or places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic idea.
That's what these leftists are taught to do. That's what they actively do. They don't reveal fully what they believe. No, we gotta water it down first. Make it easier for people to digest. We water down the information so that they can be set on the right path of radicalization, which should be really concerning for you, even if you're a centrist. Because if this is the watered down message where they think it's better for you to be and they don't care when you die, what do they really believe? I mean, this is what they're totally fine openly admitting and showing to people. They have no problem with this. This is not the most radical part of their message. It's not just, haha, it'd be funny if you die. It's they want you dead. They're actively working towards that goal. Look at what they're doing. They're proactively taking steps to make their own audiences not communicate with people who disagree with them. They're supposed to be rude, disrespectful, simply call you a Nazi and an evil person and call it a day. We can't talk to these evil subhumans because at the end of the day, this is language designed to dehumanize you. You're no longer a person who simply has different views or opinions on what's best for the world. No, you just are evil and you hate people. No longer do you simply believe that, hey, I think abortion is murder. I value the life of a child. No, it's you hate women. That's what these people unironically believe. If you think that transitioning children is wrong, you want trans kids to die. If you're against welfare and you think that's wasteful spending and there are better ways to help the homeless, no, you just hate the homeless and you want them to suffer. That is what these radical leftists unironically believe about the right. Verbatim. It's because they're not even just left-wing. Because a left-wing person, maybe they have the ability to interact and talk to people on the right. Hey, they understand that we don't agree, but we both want what's best for the world. Not a radical leftist, though. No, they don't talk to you because their own audience decided to isolate you from them. They want them to hate you because if they hate you, it's going to be a lot easier to lead a revolution where they execute you. They make it a point to sympathize and empathize with criminals, rapists, murderers more than you. Which side is in favor of the death penalty? Not the left. They think that murderers, they're simply disturbed or unwell human beings. No, people who actually murder, they're not evil. We gotta help them. We must advocate for rehabilitation for these people. Unless you say the N-word. No, if you say the N-word, you're actually just a horrible, evil person, and there's no possible reason for it other than you're just evil. For the we gotta extend sympathy and empathy. For the racist, none is given. No, when it comes to Shiloh, because she said the N-word, they justify doing horrible, evil things to her. If you say the N-word, it is good to dox you, to steal your social security number, to swat you, to harass you, to try and ruin your life, to try and get you fired from your job so that you can't feed your children, because she's racist. Just like all white people are racist, according to them. Because remember, being killed is a good thing in these people's eyes. That's what they believe. If there was a situation where a woman, she was being murdered by a man, and that woman just so happened to call him the N-word right before she died, people would say she deserved it. In fact, people would be happy it happened to her. That's how these people's moral compasses operate. Look at these videos. Keep in mind, she literally just said the N-word, and this is what they have to say for her.
My mama would have went to that house, knocked on her door, dragged her by that skinny little blonde ponytail, and turned her every which way but loose. And then she'd be like, go get my bail money. I feel like it is time for us to start turning the other cheek. And I mean their cheek, not our cheek, okay? I think it's time for us to start showing them who the fuck we are.
And the fact that you did that when that little boy's parents were not around, they were not present. What kind of person are you behind closed doors? Like, I'm fearful of your children, and I hope that they get removed from your care.
That lady, Shiloh Hendricks, whatever the name is, people like her, they deserve a bullet. They really do.
Ooh,
what the fuck?
Way I would have rearranged that bitch's face if I was in front of her. But I hope and pray that they find your location. And I hope they dog walk your stupid ass. And when you good and gone, I hope somebody finds your grave and piss on that shit.
Again, these people think that if you say one word, you deserve to be raped and murdered. When it happens to you, they will be happy and gleeful. They hate you. And look,
oh my fucking god. Why do people fight hate with more hate? It doesn't change anything. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Not gonna lie, TikTok is a hit or miss representing a side. You can really get into an echo chamber for certain topics. I'll see stuff like this because, like, I think recently, the one thing that I've seen recently is people being upset that white people are shopping at, like, H Mart and any other, like, you know, like, cultural, like, Asian stores. You know what I mean? I've been seeing more and more TikToks of people just being like, yeah, I am upset about that. Like, I actually don't like it when white people shop at Asian stores, and I'm just like, come on, guys. You know what I mean? I'm sorry that you have experienced racism, but I promise you that that person that's shopping today has not, like, been, like, a piece of shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a store, though. It's like, I'm not even joking, because this is an actual thing that's happening on TikTok right now. And I'm just like, low-key, what is the deal? Like, what is the issue? You know what I mean? But Asian food and products are amazing. That's what I'm saying. They are. But for some reason, people are very much offended that white people are shopping at H Marts and, like, Asian stores and stuff like that. It's because it's implied that the prices will go up if they see it becomes more mainstream, like matcha and oxytail. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's because it's, like, from what I've seen so far, it's people being like, like, you guys used to bully me for the things that I used to, like, eat growing up, and suddenly now you guys think it's okay to shop at, like, these places and eat the same food I'm eating. And it's like, why are we trying to divide us, brother? Why are we trying to divide us? Bro, I do it because my Asian friends want me to try their recipes. Blame them, not me. So we're just not believing in the melting pot anymore. I'm fine with non-Asians and Asians markets, and what I don't like are people that harass others in public regardless of the place for popularity. They're complaining about that 1 out of 100 people who complain and try to cultural appropriate H Mart. Dude, I don't fucking know, man. I've been seeing it all over TikTok, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It's almost... My tracker just died. No. Guys, no. No. Import markets like that are overall better to shop at than Walmart and Target because the money will go back to the local community. And I died again. I fucking died. They got me, guys. They fucking got me. Oh no.
This is negative information, really negative topic for this video. But I'm only saying this because I truly believe that this is the case. I'm never this strong or stern with what I say. And the only reason why I'm saying it right now is it's because it's the truth and you need to hear this. These people are trying to polarize their audiences so that they hate you more and they're more willing to do evil things against you. Because again, when they call you an evil monster that doesn't deserve courtesy or respect, it's not to change your mind, it's to isolate their own audience and to radicalize their own side. Which is really ironic if you think about it. This is the side of quote-unquote democracy. But the reason why they want to isolate their own audience and to radicalize them is because they are genuinely fearful that if they heard the other side, they would be convinced and leave them.
Like canceling these people or preventing them from showing up and pushing their message when most people don't have the ability to like push back, I think that does more good than it does harm. Nobody knows how to handle that.
Yeah, but
and I wish they did.
Then we should do that,
but I
right?
feel like that's very idealized.
But yeah, but that's what we're at college. It's a place for ideals, right? Don't you all have dreams? And you guys aren't old enough to have your hopes and dreams crushed yet. You should still be idealistic, right?
Used to be the opposite. I used to feel like, oh yeah, we should have every idea, bad or good, on the marketplace, and then people should debate it. And bad ideas will fall to the bottom, good ideas will come to the top. But instead, we had like 4 years of like half the population of America
and that's
parroting what Trump said on Twitter.
If their own audience could think for themselves, if their own audience was genuinely exposed to the other side, they wouldn't be a radical leftist. They fear this. They don't trust honest discourse. If you could actually have an honest conversation with a Nazi, as they said, they genuinely fear you would become one of them. It's very funny. They're not in favor of having a democracy that is actually informed on what the other...
What? Why did you immediately put your hands on your chest? Oh, I'm sorry. When I reached for my face, it it like goes for my boobs for some reason. Okay, anyways, they're both extremely awful. I've heard people say that if you support ICE and deportation, then don't eat Mexican food anymore. You want these people to be here, but you don't want people to support their business. What side are you on? Dude, I don't fucking know, man. Oh my god. Why am I on the floor? How did I get here? How did we get here? I used to know you so well. How did we get... Okay, I'm sorry.
Other side thinks. No. We must have a democracy that is controlled with isolated followers who are radicalized and only know to hate the people that they disagree with. Democracy where you only know one thing. Democracy where you can't hear the other side out. Democracy where you only know to hate. I mean, look at the Ethan Klein situation. Ethan Klein is your standard lefty. He engages in all of the left-wing talking points, but he only disagrees
Wait, he's a leftist?
slightly.
He's a leftist? I never knew that. What? I'll be so honest. The way he talks, I wouldn't know what fucking side he's on. What? What? The way that, like, Destiny and Hassan and Ethan talk, they talk so aggressively as, like, I guess a quote-unquote leftist, that it's like, are you sure you are, bro? Because you're pretty aggressive with the way you fucking speak.
With the Israel and Palestine situation, he doesn't even deny 90% of their talking points when it comes to Palestine. Yet they still hate them. They hate him so much that they literally called child protective services on him. The same guy that says that Steven Crowder's a right-wing extremist. That's how left-wing he is. Yet they still hate his guts.
Wow.
They hate him and his family. They want the worst for him. If his family got raped and murdered, they would be happy. And they make that clear with their words and their actions. And if they want to do that with Ethan Klein, who's practically identical to them, what does that say about you if you're even a centrist? In most revolutions and purges, even the people who are the strongest advocates of that movement tend to fall to the guillotine themselves. Because after all, if anybody disagrees with them, they're a fascist. And fascists are evil Nazis. And we don't respect or show common courtesy to Nazis. We don't even talk to them. Which means not only will they remain silent,
I feel like people have like taken the word
No. They're going.
I feel like people like have like taken a word like the word Nazi and like just kind of like watered it down. So if you disagree with them, like you're a Nazi, bro. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck is happening?
That's what they're looking forward
True.
to. So at this
then
point,
again,
if they
everyone's
call you
like
sexist, homophobic.
Everyone like in this like fucking society has like watered down so much terms, bro.
Racist, whatever. Who cares? They're going to anyways. They don't want to engage in logic and reason because they're afraid of it. That's why they isolate their followers. That's why they're polarizing people. They're fearful of real conversations. Yet I want to make this clear. The point of this video is not to make you feel the exact same way towards them. Don't fall into the exact same trap. This video is not created with the purpose to isolate people, to polarize them, to kill conversations.
It's not even like, it's just like low-key disappointing, you know what I mean? It's like, you guys like again, leftist here. Again, leftist here, guys. The lefty right here. You have these people that are quote unquote for the left, but they're completely saying the wrong things that I would like to hear. You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck? And then not only that, they're being like super fucking like aggressive about this shit. So I'm just like, who the fuck is this bitch advocating for? Because I know it ain't me. I know I didn't say that. I know I didn't say that, so what the fuck?
I think those things are really important, and we need to call this out for what it is. That's what you need to do. Call out what they're doing. They're radicalizing their own audiences, and this is how they're doing it. You need to understand this. I don't think there's anything wrong with seeking or gaining political power. That's what we should do, but I don't think you should do it through dishonest means. There's absolutely nothing wrong with voting in the laws and principles that you hold into this country, especially as a Christian.
Fire emoji. What the fuck did Smug do? Hello?
Villain. Don't fall down that same path yourself. Do what is right. And that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe.
Bro, I subbed to him. I subbed to him, man. Yeah, what the fuck did Smug do to you, bro? I subbed to him, man. I was like, wait, I gotta... He seems really fucking cool. You know what I mean? very good. I don't know what kind of style like videos he does, but it's like it's very eye catchy. I'm gonna watch more. Oh yeah, what's that one? Okay, let me hop out of VR chat then, and let me turn on let me hop out of VR chat then, because everything's breaking.